discloses, in particular, the business dealings that legislators have with lobbyists or with others who do business with the state, number one. In terms of just, that also should extend as well to a certain extent to the clients of firms, including law firms, of legislators that do business with the state, with built-in protections for clients who may, for some reason, not need, for marital or criminal matters, not want to be disclosed. But you cannot exempt any type of particular business, consulting, or legal businesses from the disclosure requirements, but you have to very carefully craft it so you both don't put, let's say, a lawyer who is a lawyer of a worldwide firm with 2,000 lawyers. You have to craft the disclosure required for that lawyer so that there's not an impossible burden put on the lawyer or the firm. But there are ways of doing this, and I believe it is done. I'm not an expert, but I think it is done in other states through their ethics rules.
Yeah, NYPIRG doesn't have a position on full-time legislature. That certainly is one way to remove many of the conflicts. But so long as we have a part-time legislature, the potential for conflicts will arise. And you know, lawyers have gotten a lot of the attention on this, but Bill's research shows that actually it's real estate interests and business that is the biggest sector. You just want to mention some of it.
Yeah, there's people work in a lot of businesses other than law firms. Beyond realtors, as you mentioned, there's the consultant title. And I think one of the important things to know is what people actually do for the money, not just who's paying them, but what tasks they're asked to perform in exchange for being paid, because that could be where one of the real potentials for scandal can be found.
So, you know, we need more information. The public needs to, and also the ranges, as you know, putting aside the redaction that happens, that the public can't actually see the dollar figures that goes into the current forms. But we need more and narrower bandwidths, because obviously there's a different sense of whether or not there's a conflict based on whether we're talking about $1,000 or we're talking about $50,000, and so that the public needs that to be able to judge, so long as people have outside positions. And just, you know, of note, you mentioned Apple stock, and you know, I can't remember the last time a legislator recused himself or herself. It just doesn't seem to happen very often. Now, maybe the conflicts don't really come up. Maybe people seek a lot of advisory opinions, but I can't remember it. Maybe you can, but it just doesn't seem to happen. You know, getting more information out would let the public decide whether or not someone should have said, you know what, I really shouldn't cast a vote on this one.
And I really wonder, to what degree, not being an attorney, never having been part of a law firm, I wonder to what degree it is that law firms seem to seek out legislators. I mean, is it the chicken or the egg? Do law firms seek out legislators who are lawyers and say, come be my, you know, of counsel, or those legislators who have been lawyers and have practiced before they came into the legislature? You know, that should be looked at differently. Now, certainly, if you're a lawyer doing house closings in matrimonial law and well, I won't say real estate, house closings, I guess I would say, those types of things. I mean, we don't need to know who your clients are, whose houses you've closed, or wills you've made. But for some reason, there seems to be a lot of lawyers who may be lawyers, elected officials, and all of a sudden become part of a law firm. And it gives you pause. You begin to wonder, well, what's in it for this law firm to have a legislator who is all of a sudden of counsel? And I think that, at least